God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Today's August 11th. Welcome to Orange County Municipal Court. I'm Judge Kaplan. We have some reviews to do for people who are working on stuff they're ordered to accomplish. So this is a check to see what you're doing. Come up when your name's called. We'll go over your file with you, review it, and then we'll start the new cases after we finish the reviews.
Kevin R. Bowen Jr., Jessica Christian, James Conley, Darren Horn, Naaman Cox, Summer M. Crank, Tessa Curry, Wilkie Dial, Sierra Evans.
Kevin Bowen is 2350. And looks like you're finished. Is it, you paid your fine and all?
Your Honor, if I may, we just put it in front of it because we didn't have a completion letter from OMP.
Oh, okay. Are you still going there? Or?
Oh, I've already completed it. I've actually been clean for almost a year now.
Yeah, the last letter I've got from them is in last fall. It just says you're compliant, but doesn't say you're completed. Are you here today?
I'm not somewhere now.
Okay. Well, I need that before I complete your case. Do you want me, I can text them and try to get something today, or I can set another date if you get it.
I can bring you in my completion letter if you just want to give me like another whenever.
Well, here I've got another idea. Go do a urine screen. If it's clean, then I'll complete it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Let's do that. So we'll call you back after you do your screen.
Thank you.
Jessica Christian. 184566, 1955, 22, 2505. Just paying those bonds and restitution. Do you have a payment today?
Yeah.
How much are you paying?
20.
Are you working now?
Yes. I'm also paying through collections for the restitution.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
I'm also making payments for the restitution through collections.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that,
Well, I'm not gonna make you pay double, so I'll give you credit for whatever you can show me you paid.
okay,
Yeah,
I'll
too.
bring you the receipts.
So Mondays are better?
Yeah.
September the 15th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
You have a good day.
Good. 9 o'clock, September 15th.
Thank you.
Naaman Cox. 3062, 221663, 23569. He has done community service in the last time frame, looks like.
Your Honor, this last time I was in here, I turned some in, but I did not do any since you've seen me last.
I believe that is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, why is that?
Well, I've been on night duty at my real job. I haven't even started back there till this week. I've been off for my shoulder, but I did the community service that I was supposed to do this month. It didn't work out for me. I got some I'm going to do today when I leave here.
He did come and speak to me about going and doing cemeteries today with the township, and I told him I would approve that.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your next hearing for September 2nd. That's a Tuesday at 9 o'clock.
That's fine. I'm just curious, we never done a Tuesday. Is there a holiday or
Well,
something?
yeah, Labor Day is the first. so it's
Okay, I was just
so
curious.
We're having court on September 2nd.
It's all the same for me, thank you.
You're welcome. James Conley, 22/27/20. And it looks like he's done everything except the driver intervention part, so he hasn't appeared, so it'll be a warrant issue for failure to appear.
Your Honor, James is in services with us. I'm not sure why he is not here
Oh,
today.
okay.
He is in transitional. I will make some phone calls and try to figure out where he's at and what's going on.
Well, here's what I'll do, since he is in treatment, you got a report for him, and he's compliant. I'll continue to give you another date, you can let him, get him here then. I'll set it next Monday.
Thank you.
I'll set it for next Monday, which is the 18th.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank
No
you.
warrant, we'll just reschedule it to August 18th for review. Darren Korn, 23/7/61, 24/96. And you just need to pay on your fines.
I paid 50 a week ago, and I've got 50 today.
August 4th, you did that.
And I was going to see if there's any type of community service I can do on behalf of your court in Ironton.
Yes, you can do it at the municipal court.
Okay,
They
just
have
show up
community
and say
service
it's-
program. Just contact them, make sure that they send the hours up here. We'll give you credit for whatever hours you do there.
Okay.
You're
And I've
living in
switched
Ironton
from, yeah, I've switched from a new, and I'm in IOP at Mahajan
now?
now.
Okay. All right, so I'll put you down for, you're on page 50, to the clerk today.
It's been done online, I just don't know when it'll post.
Oh, okay. Well, it takes a day or two to show up.
It was paid today though.
Okay, I'll make yours September the 15th also for your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Summer Crank. 25/198. Okay, and you got restitution and fines to pay. Do you have a payment today?
I made it yesterday online, but I've been paying it weekly every single week.
Okay, $25.
Yep.
Okay, keep paying that weekly. I'll set your next hearing for September the 19th. I'm going to move you to a Friday, September the 19th. That's a Friday, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Tessa Curry, 25/7. You've been doing community service. You've done quite a bit the last month. So keep that up. Can you pay anything on your fine?
I was going to pay it on September 1st, the whole payment.
Okay. I'll set your next review hearing for September 22nd. That's on Monday, but it's a little more than a month. So September 22nd, 9 o'clock. Your next hearing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Wilkie Dial, 2570. It's not here, hasn't done anything on the case, so there'll be a warrant, hasn't appeared, or failure to appear. Saria Evans, 22/534. She's paid all her fine, but she still owes some community service, and she hasn't appeared, so it'll be a warrant issue.
No, I have a note that she was supposed to have the community service completed by today.
Okay. And I'm assuming she still owes 2 days.
Correct.
All right. That's the last one, I think.
We have a recall on Kevin Bowen Jr.
Okay. All right, already got this. Okay. Are you going to the Huntington Treatment Center?
Yes, sir. I've been going there for about a year. I'm coming off of it though. I've been working my way. I was at 125. I'm at 85 now. I've been doing a lot. I've been doing really good for the last year.
For a while, this is the best I've ever seen him do. He did complete OVP last year. I'm waiting on the exact dates right now, but he did successfully complete, and he continued to hawk because he was on methadone.
Okay. Well, okay, I'm going to complete your case, and I would encourage you to continue to go down on the methadone because I just see a lot of bad things with it. I'm not a fan.
I understand. I know.
If you want to do medically assisted treatment, you can get back with OVT. They won't do methadone, but I think they can get you in Suboxone.
Yeah, I'm trying to get off of it and get on these shot so I don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah. That's been my goal.
Your case is completed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Congratulations.
State of Ohio versus Charles L. Nance, case number CRB 25331, CRB 23386, CRB 25291, CRB 2537, CRB 19237.
All right, this is Mr. Smith's case.
It is,
Set for pre-trial.
it is, Judge. I received a video from my client, which I've shown to Mr. Hill. I've not formally responded to discovery, and my client's got an emergency situation he's taking care of today. And Mr. Hill prefers to set it for one more pre-trial, so I can
Well,
formally...
Mr. Nance, I was told by the bail
Yeah.
circumstance, I'm really sorry, so we'll get you out of here so you can get to what you need to do today.
Appreciate
Very
it.
sorry for that. When do you want to come back, Mr. Smith?
Let's see, I'm here September 5th.
5th is fine.
Is that fine? Okay.
Next hearing will be September 5th for pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
Be careful.
So we're ready for arraignments now. The next, how many do we have? Okay. We've got a few arraignments. Arraignment is what we call the first hearing on a criminal charge, and the purpose of the hearing is to tell you what the charges are, take a plea if it's a misdemeanor, set bond, assign counsel, decide on the next hearing date. So it's not the trial. Sometimes people want to get up and tell me everything that happened. Well, one thing you need to understand is everything that happens in the courtroom is being recorded, video and audio. So if you get up and say things, it's on the record. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to remain silent. But what you do say voluntarily is on the record. It can be used against you. So the smart play is to tell it to your lawyer, because that's privilege and can't be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney and to have one appointed for you if you meet the guidelines for indigency. In other words, financially, if you want one appointed, I have to ask you about your income. And if you meet the guidelines, I can appoint one for you. You have a right to have the bail. You have a right to make the state prove the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. If you enter a guilty plea or a no contest plea, you're waiving those rights I just told you about. And you shouldn't waive your rights if you don't understand the proceedings, if you're confused, if you don't know what to do, if you want a trial, if you want a lawyer, any of those reasons, you need to enter a not guilty plea. Not guilty is the safest plea you can enter because it preserves your rights. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Christopher A. McMillan, case number TRC 25-1925, A, B, and C.
Sir, are you Christopher McMillan?
I am, sir.
Mr. McMillan, the state's alleging that on August the 5th at 10:21 p.m. in Perry Township, you were driving a vehicle while you were under the influence of alcohol. And the state's alleging that you took a breath test and the test is just below 10, it's 0.96 on the breath test. And this would be, it could be a second offense, I'm not sure. It's alleged that there was a prior conviction, I'm not sure if it's going to be in the look back period or not, it's on the edge of it. So I'm going to arraign you as if it's a second, and then if it's a first, then that'll be better for you. If it's a second offense, the maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,625 fine, and a 5-year license suspension. That's the most you can get if you're found guilty. There's also mandatory impoundment of the vehicle for 90 days if it was titled to you on a second offense. The minimum penalty is a 1-year license suspension, $525 fine on a second offense, and the impoundment of the vehicle. You're also charged with driving with a license that had not been reinstated. So the state's saying you got a suspension was over, but you never reinstated your driving privileges. So that's considered an unclassified misdemeanor. There's no jail time, but the maximum penalty is 500 hours of community service and a $1,000 fine. It's the most that can happen. So there's a C case. Let's see what it is. C case is failing to move over for a public safety vehicle displaying emergency lights. So that's a minor misdemeanor. The maximum penalty for that's $150 fine. So you've got 3 charges. Do you understand the 3 charges?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights you have
Yes,
as
sir.
a defendant? And I'm looking at, the vehicle was not titled to you, so the vehicle was not subject to impoundment because it wasn't titled to you, it was titled to somebody else. What plea do you wish to enter into these charges?
Not guilty.
You want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
I do, sir.
Are you working?
Our business shut down 2 months ago.
I didn't know.
Business shut down 2 months ago.
Okay.
I'm not.
So you have no income right now?
No.
Do you have any, what kind of assets do you have?
Nothing right now.
Do you have any real property or anything?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll appoint Mr. Steyer to represent you. He's here in the courtroom. Not guilty plea is entered. Mr. McMillan can sign a signature bond of $1,500. So that's just your promise that you'll be in court or you'll pay a $1,500 penalty for not showing up and get a warrant. So this kind of court, you won't have to post any money. Pretty good anytime in September for it.
September, other than the 15th, I'm largely available. Does Monday or Friday matter to you?
Trying to think. Friday.
Fridays are better.
How about the 12th?
I have several on the 12th. That'd be a good day.
All right, September
Thank you.
the 12th will be the next hearing. There's a pre-trial at 10 a.m. He does need to be fingerprinted, so I'll make that part of your bond too.
He's gonna give you a form to take to the sheriff's office to get fingerprinted. You need to do that. I'll do that right now. Well, today at least. And wait to talk to me before you leave. I'll explain to you.
Okay.
court's file?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
You're up. September 12th.
Is the full fingerprint in there, if you have?
You'll get it.
State of Ohio versus Wesley L. Wright, case number CRP 25461. Wesley L. Wright.
All right, Wesley Wright's been called for. Was summoned to appear today at 9 a.m. This is Ohio Department of Natural Resources citation. So a warrant will issue back to them for the arrest of Mr. Wright for failure to appear at the arraignment.
State of Ohio versus Presley Gore, case number TRC 25-1946, A and B.
And sir, are you Presley Gore?
Yes, sir, I am.
Mr. Gore, it's alleged on August the 9th at 2:02 a.m. in Perry Township, you were driving a vehicle while being under the influence of alcohol. State's alleging you took a breath test. The test is 0.99. On the breath test, the per se level, I don't think I said this before, but I think it's pretty uniformly true in all the states now. The per se level is 8.08, so they're saying you tested 9. So what that means is under Ohio law, if the state can show they followed the rules, there's certain things they have to do, calibrate the machine and so forth. They follow the rules for giving the test and show that to the court, there can be a presumption then of impairment if you test 0 or higher. It's alleged to be your first offense. On a first offense, the maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, and a 3-year license suspension. That's the most the court can impose. There is a minimum that I can't go below if you're found guilty. The minimum is 3 days in a treatment program, $375 fine, and a 6-month license suspension. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
The other charge you have is speeding. It's alleged you were driving 73 and a 55 cent. That's not jailable. The maximum penalty is $150 fine.
Yes, sir.
So those are the 2 charges. Do you understand them?
Yes, sir.
You understand the rights defendants have? I can go over again if you want.
No, sir.
I explained it at the beginning. Were you here when I explained the
Yes.
rights of defendants? Any questions before you enter, please?
Not really. This is the first time for me, so I don't really, I'm just going by.
Well, what I said is the safest plea you can enter is not guilty, so
Yes, sir.
what plea do you want to enter?
Not guilty.
Okay. Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
I'm gonna try to get my own, so. No.
Okay. How much time do you think you need to get a lawyer? It's
Um,
probably going to be September before we come back anyway. Do you think that'll be enough time?
Yes.
I see you've got an out-of-town address. Are you living out of town or you live locally?
I'm from out of town. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I'm like 8 hours away from home, so.
Yeah.
I got a job. I'm working in right across the river, the new core plant they're building.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I've been here about 2.5 weeks. I don't really know my way around yet. So.
But you're going to be staying here while you're working, I assume?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Yeah, it's right across the river from Saturday, and it's huge.
It is. It's the single biggest investment in West Virginia history.
Wow.
It's massive.
It's a big place. You can see it really well from the Ohio side.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, does it matter to you since you are working? Usually court here is on Mondays and Fridays. Which day is better for your work schedule?
I would rather do Friday.
Okay. How about the 12th? That gives you a month to get a lawyer.
It sounds
September
good.
12th. Okay, can you do that? All right, I'm setting your next hearing for September the 12th at 10 o'clock. Putting down that you will hire a lawyer. So be here then, unless your lawyer, sometimes lawyers say, well, I'm already got scheduled in another court, and they'll make arrangements for a different day. Then you come the date the lawyer tells you to. You are under a license suspension. As soon as you take the test and test over, there's an automatic license suspension that goes into effect. I'll let you sign a $1,000 signature bond. And as long as you come to court, you won't have to post the money. And you do have to get fingerprinted. That's a fairly new thing, so. You'll have to go make arrangements as part of your bond, go to the jail, which is some miles from here, west, at Ironton, right across from the main courthouse. And this gentleman's going to give you a piece of paper to take into the jail, down on here to be fingerprinted, give him a piece of paper, they'll fingerprint you, and you won't have to stay. That's a good thing. You'll get to leave, but you will get fingerprinted. Any questions?
So there's nothing I can do right now to get the suspension for like work purposes?
No, but talk to your lawyer. You can apply for work privileges, but it has to be, I can't give you work privileges for it's called a hard suspension. You get a hard suspension for at least 15 days before you can even get work driving privileges. So,
yes, sir.
Your lawyer can apply for driving privileges. So, that would be something you need to talk to them about.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
That'll be it.
Okay, September the 12th, 10 o'clock, your next meeting.
State of Ohio versus Brandon Castle. Case number CRC 182434, CRV 18834.
And you're Brandon Castle.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Castle, this is an old case, but it's alleged that you had not appeared for the arraignment back in July 2018.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it looks like you posted a bond recently on this.
Yes, sir.
Have you received a copy of the charge?
Yeah, it was possession of a drug instrument.
Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Case number is 18834. And there's also a traffic charge, 182434. So the possession of a drug abuse instrument is a second-degree misdemeanor. It alleges that at Perry Township on July 26th of 2018, you knowingly were in possession of a hypodermic or syringe that was being used unlawfully to administer a dangerous or unlawful drug. That carries a maximum penalty of 90 days in jail and $750 fine. And then the traffic charge alleges same day, July 26th, at 8:30 a.m. a motor vehicle while being under the influence. That is a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the two charges?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to these charges?
Not guilty, please.
Do you wish to have a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes, please.
Are you working?
Yeah, I just stopped working at the Workman Steel Plant, but I'm doing construction with my little brother, and I'm going to get on at McGinnis.
Well, I have to determine your gross annual income. Do you file income tax returns?
This is going to be my first year where I've been in a little bit of trouble the past few years, but I make $10.50 an hour.
10.15?
10.50. 10.50.
Okay. You're eligible for a court-appointed lawyer then. I'll appoint Mr. Smith, Roger Smith.
Okay.
coming in the courtroom now. And I'll continue the bond. Mr. Castle has a bond out now. It's an older case that he so Wesley failed to appear for arraignment back in 2018. He's got arrested because of the bond now. And I'm setting cases in September.
The 5th, Judge, without looking, I know I'm here then.
Okay.
I'm sure I've got more availability if that's not good for the court.
September 5th works.
Does that work?
Pre-trial September 5th at 10 o'clock.
That's all the arrangements we have right now. Your Honor, for our pre-trial.
Okay, that finishes the arraignments, and we'll start pre-trial.
I'll put my wife's number on there too.
State of Ohio versus John A. Barker. Case number CRV 23115, CRV 23194, A, B, and C.
This is Mr. Smith's case, except for pre-trial today, and he has a bond up.
He called us more this morning, Judge. I got a note from one of the clerks. Apparently he tripped over his dog, thinks he has a concussion. He's headed to the hospital as we speak. I don't know.
Is that a continuance motion then?
That would be yes, and I will get proof that he went, well, I'll request proof that he went to the hospital.
Mr. Hill?
Well, I hope he's not hurt. We would ask for a warrant to issue in 7 days if he doesn't appear.
That's what I'll still, Judge, I've got a good contact number. I'll make sure we get proof that he went to the hospital, got checked out at least.
All right, he's got 7 days to get in here before a warrant will issue. It's an older case, it looks like he's had some problems getting here before.
Yeah, and we do have urine test results, so it should be, if he shows up, something we could resolve.
All right. Warrant will issue in 7 days if he hasn't appeared.
State of Ohio versus Kendra Brown. Case number CRV 25221.
This is Mr. Holt's case. And we're looking for some discovery.
Christina Webb.
Your Honor, we have some discovery to provide the state. So I think both the defense and the state would like for us to have an opportunity to review that and then see if that affects the outcome of the case or the state's opinion of the case.
Yeah, but prefer pre-trial.
Well, we don't need to take forever, obviously, but we do want to.
How about the 25th? Would that work? Of this month, so 2 weeks. I can do the 25th or the 29th.
25th's not too bad, actually.
Okay.
We can do it then if you want. State can be ready in the next 2 weeks.
Yes, sure.
8/25 will be the next hearing. Pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Norman Castrangelo. Number TRC 251504. Norman Castrangelo.
Your Honor, Mr. Castrangelo contacted me this morning with photographs of a hospital wristbands. He was in the hospital, so I told him I was going to ask for a continuance. But then speaking to Mr. Hill, I think there may be a motion forthcoming from the state.
Your Honor, this was a transfer from one of the mayor's courts in Chesapeake or South. He was one of the either Chesapeake or South. And when we received the information from them, there was no narrative. And so we addressed that issue the last time we were in court.
There's one in the file.
A narrative?
Yeah.
Okay, well, they didn't give us one, so that was what we were seeking. We still hadn't received one, but now that we have one, we can get it from the court, and we would be okay with a short continuance.
Okay. It actually looks like it's on the back of the ticket, but it's
Well,
like a
that's-
paragraph. It's several sentences.
Okay, well, we only got the front of the ticket.
In that case then, Your Honor, I'd like to ask for a continuance.
To what date?
Can we do the 25th, Your Honor?
Yes. August 25th, 10 o'clock for pre-trial.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Michael Davis, case number CRB 25362, A and B, CRB 24767, CRB 24649, A and B, CRB 24215, and CRB 2490, A and B.
So, Your Honor, we basically have two separate issues here. We have a pretty considerable stack of old charges where there are post-conviction matters to be dealt with, and then we have a new charge. I've gotten an offer from the state to sort of wrap everything up in one. I've given that to Mr. Davis. He's not today interested in that, but he'd like to discuss it with his family and consider it. If that doesn't happen, I think it's worth coming back one more time without a trial date to see if we can get this wrapped up. If not, a trial date's going to be necessary. And I anticipate that if we try this, we're going to probably want a jury trial, which to me is another reason to try one more pre-trial if we can.
Okay. 25th or 29th?
25th still works for me, so write that down.
August 25th will be the next hearing. Everything on Mr. Davis at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
All right, see you then. Thanks. There it is.
State of Ohio versus Kayla Harris, case number TRD 211692, CRB 21209.
Mr. Stiers' case.
Your Honor, this matter we got two issues. We got an old case. Well, both are old cases, but one is one that one's been completed and one is a still pending driver under suspension. Miss Harris went to, did you go to the library? Went to the library to try to deal with some of the stuff with her getting her license. She wasn't able to do that. Then she got a letter from the B&B, which she showed me this morning, which is a notice of a hold on her license related to looks like a case from it's effective 7/31/2020. So it actually just dropped onto her license, a case out of Proctorville Mayor's Court. So she's going to have to go and find out what that is and deal with that before she can get her license. I know we've been going for a while on this one, but I think, we're making progress toward a license. I think that's probably worthy. So I'd like to kick this out a little bit further and have her take another shot to get her license, but I would leave it to the court whether they're agreeable to do that or not.
We're not opposed to that, Your Honor.
Okay.
So,
Probably, I would prefer to go into September.
yeah, that seems reasonable on this situation, Your Honor. Does Monday or Friday matter to you? Any day other than the 15th, I can basically work my way in. So there's a good day on the court's calendar.
The 12th, September 12th.
12th is fine, Your Honor.
September 12th will be the next hearing for Ms. Harris on both cases.
you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Rachel Helmer, case number CRV 24-320.
Mr. Stiers' case set for on review.
Okay. Ms. Helmer is at Hometown Recovery. They didn't bring her this morning, but she's on her way now, so I'd ask to have that recalled.
Be recalled later in the docket.
State of Ohio versus Devin Willard, case number CRV 25-422, A and B. Devin Willard.
Your Honor, I don't see Mr. Willard. Oh, he's on the video. I apologize. I forgot. We discussed this. He lives in Columbus, and so we asked if he could attend by video, and the court approved that. I have gotten discovery responses back, including on Friday. I got body camera that I need to watch. So I need to ask to continue this matter briefly and take a look at the video, talk to Mr. Willard about how to get that to him up in Columbus and figure out about getting back down here. So might go a little bit further out than the 2 weeks we've been setting things, but a brief continuance.
All right, Mr. Willard, could you hear all that?
Yes, I can.
You can hear what your attorney's saying? Okay, and you all have contact?
Yes, we've been in contact.
Okay. What's your preference for a date to come back?
Does Friday or Monday matter to you?
A Friday, but I'm leaving out of town for 3 weeks.
I don't mean this Friday. I mean, in general, does a Thursday or Friday, does Monday versus Friday matter to you in general?
Friday would probably be better.
Okay, and he said he's be gone for 3 weeks, so maybe we go with that 12th date we've been using.
September 12th?
September 12th, sir.
Okay.
And 10 o'clock. I'll speak to you after court. If we don't anticipate we're going to close the case at that time, would it be okay for him to appear by video?
Yes.
Thank you.
Right, September 12th at 10 o'clock is your next hearing.
Something I would like to mention, and that is that if Mr. Willard is attempting to speak with Ms. Dillon by text message or any other way, there's a protection order in place.
I have not tried to contact her at all.
Okay, don't say anything else, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll speak to him about that, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Laura Thompson, case number CRV 25-384. Laura Thompson.
Set for pre-trial, and this was requested by the defendant.
Last time we were here, Ms. Thompson, we were to be here, Ms. Thompson appeared by video. She was on the call when we set this date. It does not appear to be here today, and she's not contacted me asking to appear by video again.
And she'll have 7 days to appear before warrant issues.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Kirsten Shipman, case number CRV 23-698.
All right, this is the case Mr. Walker had today. He's having physical issues.
Yes, Judge. I told him I'd stand up for his client, but I don't know her.
Kirsten Shipman. Kirsten Shipman.
I think she was ordered to treatment in there.
She ran? Oh. Well.
From Bethesda, she was there? Okay. All right, she left treatment and she's not here today, so there'll be a warrant issue for failure to appear.
I'll let Mr. Wolford know, Judge.
She did not have a GPS monitor on her?
She did not. She was the one that was down there at Callahan's restaurant.
All right. Warrant will issue for failure to appear.
State of Ohio versus Geneva A. DeVore, case number CRA 25-488.
Now, if you recall this before the court on Friday, Ms. DeBoer indicated that she was going through severe withdrawals.
Yeah.
I believe
We were looking for a Kentucky placement. Did she get, I made an order to go to Yonder Behavioral help for detox, or King's Daughter if that wasn't available? I don't know what happened.
She went to Yonder, and once she got there, they realized that she needed to be evaluated for a higher level of care. That usually takes a 24-hour period, and then that she will go back to Yonder.
Okay, so she's in hospital?
Yes.
So she hasn't left, she's still getting?
No, she's still there. She's just sick.
All right.
Do we want to set this for the 25th, Your Honor? Would that work?
Yes. All right, set this for preliminary hearing on August the 25th. Hopefully by then she'll be at focus.
Yes.
For treatment.
Yes.
So it'll be more of a status conference that day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Spencer Lloyd, case number CRA 25493, CRD 251332 A and B. Your Honor, this is set for pretrial and there's a new charge.
All right, bail's bringing you a copy of a new charge that's being filed.
Yeah,
And you are Spencer Lloyd, right?
yes,
The new charge is a aggravated possession of drugs charge. It alleges that at Fayette Township on June the 9th of this year, you knowingly were in possession of a controlled substance, psilocybin was the drug, it's alleged, which is a scheduled substance, possession of which is a felony of the 3rd degree. Maximum penalty, 5 years in jail and an $8,000 fine. Do you understand this charge?
yes,
And you've got a misdemeanor traffic charge that's also pending
yes.
too. Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
I just got back down here. I was gonna look into the lawyer, today while I'm down here.
Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
No, I work at Superior Marine right now, and so, you told me I probably didn't, qualify, so,
Unless you got a bunch of kids.
right, yeah,
No?
no.
Okay,
If I mean,
how
I've
long
got,
are you in for?
I go back out on the 18th,
Of September?
yeah, or no, August.
August.
Yeah, and then I'll be gone for 2 weeks. I'll be back after that.
So you're going to be back around the 1st of September?
Right.
Okay, well, on this new charge, because it's a felony, you have a right to have a hearing within 15 days. That's your right. You can wait,
Right.
I can go longer.
Okay.
Give you time to go to work and get a lawyer.
Yeah.
Do you want more time than 15
Yes, I would appreciate that, Your Honor.
Okay, so, and when you come back on the 1st, how long are you in for 2 weeks?
Another 2 weeks, yes.
So you'll be leaving about the 15th of September?
Yeah.
So probably that next week, the 8th or 12th of September would be the best days. The 8th is a Monday, the 12th is a Friday. Does it matter to you which day?
I get in on Monday, so it'd probably be better on Friday, that way, yeah.
September the 12th is going to be your next hearing.
Okay.
It'll be a preliminary hearing and a pretrial,
At what time?
10 o'clock.
Okay.
And then put down that you will hire a lawyer.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you sign a signature bond since you showed up on your own today.
Okay.
$2,000 signature bond on the new charge. I think you understand what that means. You're just promising to come to court.
Yes, yes,
Pay
sir.
$2,000 as a penalty if you don't show up.
Your Honor, will he need fingerprinted on this new charge?
You will have to be fingerprinted, so you'll need to go to the jail. He's going to give you a form to take to the jail.
Yeah.
Fingerprint.
Okay.
That'll be.
That's it.
Bond too.
All right.
And we'll also be a time waiver, Your Honor.
And you'll need to sign that you're agreeing to go beyond the 15 days.
Okay.
I'll meet you.
All right.
Any questions, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Be back here on the 12th of September at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Benjamin Hughes, case number CRA 25-478. Your Honor, he has been picked up by board.
All right, Benjamin Hughes had an extradition. He waived to go to Boyd County, Kentucky. They have to pick him up, so case here is dismissed.
State of Ohio versus Christopher White, case number CRA 25-494, CRC 25-1943, A and B.
Sir, are you Christopher White?
Yes, sir.
And Davis bringing you a copy of charge. The most serious charge is 494, improper handling of a firearm in a motor vehicle. And it alleges, the state alleges in a complaint that at Rome Township on August the 7th of this year, you knowingly were transporting a loaded handgun in a motor vehicle, and while you were transporting the weapon, you had a blood or breath with a concentration of alcohol that is unlawful. So that is a 4th degree felony. Maximum penalty is 18 months in jail and a $5,000 fine. And there's also TRC 25-1943 case that alleges August 7th at 9:41 p.m. in Rome Township, you were operating a vehicle under the influence of alcohol, and that you took a breath test and tested 14 on the breath test. The per se level under Ohio law is 8. So to get the presumption, there can be a presumption of impairment for a test score above 8. To get that, the state has to show compliance with the rules for giving the test. So that has to be your first offense. On a first offense, the maximum you face is $1,025 fine, 3-year license suspension, and 6 months in jail. That's the most that can happen. There is a minimum, so the least that can happen if you're found guilty is 3 days in a treatment program, $375 fine, and a 6-month license suspension. You're also charged with driving outside your lane. That's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. So you've got 3 charges. Do you understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
You understand the rights you have as a defendant?
I think so.
I can go over it again if you want. Were you here when I explained it at the beginning of court?
Yes, sir.
Any questions before you enter a plea? Well, you have a felony, so I'm not supposed to ask you for a plea when you have a felony at the first hearing. So, do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
I'm working on it. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're going to hire your own lawyer?
Yes, sir.
I explained this to the previous defendant. It's your right to have a hearing within 15 days. I can give you more time than 15 days if you want to try to get a lawyer. But if you don't waive your right to have the hearing, I'll set it within 15 days. Do you want to have the hearing within 15 days, or do you want more time to try to get a lawyer?
I think I can get one done within 15 days, I believe.
Well, then I'm probably going to set it, because 2 weeks from today would be the 25th, and I'll set it for a hearing then. August 25th, that will be what's called a preliminary hearing and a pretrial, set that day. Preliminary hearing on the felony, pretrial on the misdemeanors.
10 o'clock.
Since you came to court today on your own, I'm going to let you sign a signature bond. $2,000 signature bond. Did you go to the jail? Were you fingerprinted at the jail?
I went down to the State Highway Patrol Office.
They never took you to the jail? Okay, well, I'm gonna make a condition of your bond that you also have to go to the jail now and get fingerprinted. Mr. Cooper will bring you back a form that you'll take with you down there. So do that before your next hearing. Be here on the 25th unless your lawyer tells you they've made arrangements for a different day. Any questions, sir?
No, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Cameron T. Lambert, case number CRA 25457, CRA 25459, A and B.
Judge, I spoke with Mr. Hill. We're just weren't able to resolve it in this court. He intends to send it to the grand jury. We would, in that case, would waive the right to preliminary hearing and ask that his bond be transferred to the Court of Common Pleas upon his waiver.
And are the misdemeanors getting knowledge?
The others will be knowledge of the grand jury, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll need to sign a waiver.
Yes, Judge.
All the right chicks, that's really great. Are you still at the same address? Who's over there in this one? See how
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yeah. All right, you understand, Mr. Lambert, you're giving up a probable cause hearing today and agreeing that your case can go to the grand jury. I'll accept your waiver of the hearing. You can stay in touch with Mr. Smith so you can get into Ironton and Common Court if there's an indictment returned.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The CRB case numbers are knowledge to the grand jury.
State of Ohio versus Joshua Mullins, Your Honor, he is at the Lawrence County Jail. He has a claim office and it's very difficult to transport in. Case number CRA 2549.
You find it here.
All right, sir, are you Joshua Mullins? Mr. Mullins, I am Judge Capper. I'm at the Lawrence County Municipal Court in Chesapeake. You're appearing in court today on a television monitor, and it's all being recorded. What we're saying, what I say, what you say, it's going on the record, it's being recorded. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to be considered for bail and to make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. The charge actually arises in Kentucky. It's alleged there's a warrant for you in Kentucky on a parole violation, and they want you extradited from Ohio to Kentucky on this parole violation. You have a right to have a extradition hearing here in this court. That's a hearing to decide, does Kentucky have good reason to ask for you to be produced in their jurisdiction, and should I make you go to that jurisdiction? And you have a right to have an attorney represent you at that extradition hearing. I wouldn't be deciding whether you violated your parole, that's for the Kentucky court. It would be for me to decide whether there's good evidence to make you go to Kentucky. So, the way this works, we can have an extradition hearing. I'll appoint you a lawyer if you want one, and we'll have that hearing here in this court. If you waive extradition, that means you're not agreeing that you violated your parole, but agreeing that you will go to Kentucky to face this charge. And if you waive extradition, I could set a bond for you. If I do that, then I'll order you to go turn yourself in if you post the bond. If you can't post the bond, I'll order Kentucky to come get you, and I'll give them a reasonable time frame in which they have to come pick you up and take you to Kentucky. And this is from the parole board.
Yes.
And it looks like it originated in Boyd County Circuit Court, is where the charges were initially filed. The violation is alleged to be absconding, parole supervision, failure to report change in home address to your parole officer, and failure to report to your parole officer as directed. Those are the basis of the parole violations. How do you want to proceed? Do you want me to appoint you a lawyer in this court, or do you want to agree to go to Kentucky?
I'll waive it.
You'll waive? Okay, so we're going to send down a waiver for you that you're waiving your right to go to, or your right to have a hearing about going to Kentucky. I'm going to set your bond at $10,000. Do you think you could post that, cash or surety?
No. I could post a bond right after that $10.
Okay, you can't post any bond. I need the waiver form, because usually I have that in the file, I don't have one. And we can get it from the clerk's office. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say you can't post bond. I'm going to give them a week to come pick you up. And usually if it's Boyd County, they are here within 2 or 3 days. It's not a big problem, they're close. So I'm going to reschedule your hearing just to make sure you don't get lost in jail, because I've had that happen.
Had what?
I'm going to set another hearing just to make sure you don't get lost in the jail. I've had where one jail doesn't talk to the other jail, somebody's just sitting in the back of the jail, nobody's doing anything, so I don't want that to happen. So just to make sure that somebody's working on this, I'm going to put it on my docket for the 18th. If you're still in our jail, that means something went wrong, and I'll look into it and see what happened. You should be gone. You should already be over in Boyd County by next Monday.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen. I don't want to get lost in this jail.
I agree. I agree with you. Okay, so I'm putting it on my docket for August 18th just to check as to where you are. You should already be in Boyd County by then. So, all right, and we'll send down a waiver for you to sign, just saying you're waiving extradition. They'll be notified, and then, as I said, usually within 2 or 3 days, you're picked up. And they're bringing a busload with them over of our people back, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah. Back and forth.
Yep. All right. August the 18th is the next hearing.
Aye.
Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, we're ready to start calling some inmates that are here.
Okay, we have some of the prisoners are here in person, so we're going to call their cases next.
State of Ohio versus Kimmy Ingalls, case number CRA 25-487 A and B, CRC 24-2136 A and B, CRA 24-662, CRB 24-663 A and B, CRB 24-546.
We're gonna take,
Ross.
we're gonna take
You don't need to bring him out.
testimony, so I assume that's probably not gonna be something we'll take right now.
So we'll put it in. You can put him back because we're going to be evidence on that case, so.
Alexis Neese. State of Ohio versus Alexis Neese, case number CRA 25-491, CRB 25-365, CRB 25-403, PRD 22-766.
She's got, and then her in charge. She's got an in charge. Yeah.
She also has a new charge, and it's being served.
Have you seen the charge?
Judge, I were with Mr. Hilton to hear his comments this morning. I'm familiar from Friday's, I guess, Chamber of Evidence.
You waive reading?
Yes, I will wait. And I spoke with Mr. Hill. I've dealt with Alexis for a long time, but the court has too. I'm hopeful that the state would agree to keep this here, hold off on pursuing this new judge. I know it's serious enough for you. But I just really think that Alexis would be the first thing. She can do this, but she's had pretty bad setback. I guess the court and the prosecutor will dictate we take the grand jury or keep here. I'd like to come here if possible.
What's the state's preference how to handle it?
The preference is that we quit having this behavior. That's number one. Number two, the question of whether it needs to go to the grand jury or not. My thought is either way, she's going to be in some sort of a treatment environment either way, and maybe stands a chance of going to prison if we go to the common police court. I guess the question is if the court still feels like, the court has offered her rehabilitative opportunities. I guess the prosecutor office has too, and the question is, I guess, if she's used up her opportunities. Right now she's crying, and I'd like to think that she would be serious enough to change her ways. I guess what we would like, this is just the first appearance on this charge, right?
Yes.
So if there were some way, if she were to go into treatment again, we'd want it to be with a GPS monitor, no question. And then we'd like to maybe reserve the issue of the grand jury until we come back again.
Okay. She's been in the counseling center. My impression is that she was just going through the motions up to this point. And when she got the chance, I mean, not only did she partake, but she led other people down the wrong path, and she wasn't taking things seriously. Despite the fact that you're crying right now, I can actually see an improvement in the way you look as to how you presented yourself on Friday when you were positive for methamphetamine. So, I'm assuming you didn't get any while you were in the jail.
Absolutely not.
So I don't know what's the pleasure of the counseling center, what,
It's actually a really good program. I just really haven't.
yeah, I don't know if they want you back or not, but I mean, obviously you weren't being very honest or truthful in your approach.
Mr. Carbon has said they'd be interested in taking her back, Your Honor.
Okay, so the way I would agree in this, what the prosecutor has requested, and you need to understand how serious this is now. The fun and games are over. You gotta get serious. And if you're not gonna be serious, don't take this deal. You probably would be better off. So just listen to me, because this is serious. I'm not just talking to be talking. You need to understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna put a monitor on you, a GPS monitor. Those things are very accurate now. So, there's no way you can leave. There is one way you can leave. It makes no sense to leave treatment with the monitor on, because they know right where you are. They can come pick you up. The only way to leave treatment is to cut the monitor off. That's hard to do, but it's possible to do. Okay, just listen. Don't say anything, because this is where it gets really serious. Now, I've given this speech, and all these people in the courtroom heard it. They're tired of hearing it, but you haven't heard it. Despite me telling people this, we still have people that try and do cut their monitors off, because that's the only way to get away. Cut your monitor off. The monitors are supplied by the common police court. That's where you go for the felonies. The adult probation, not my probation office, the adult probation at the common police court at the big courthouse in Ireton, they supply these, and they're about $2,000 a piece. When you cut the monitor off, it ruins the monitor. They get really mad. I was going to say something else, but they get really mad when people cut the monitor off. And then they're going to snatch you out of my hands, and you're going to go to their court, and they're going to file a charge on you. Everybody that's cut the monitor off has gone to prison. The minimum is 3 years. That's the minimum. I've made this speech every time, say 3 years. We had one guy, I think, got 7 years, because he had a bunch of other stuff that I didn't know about, and they just went and got that too, and piled it on top of the cutting the monitor off. So, if you think, I can't do this, I'm going to be tempted to cut my monitor off, you'd be better off say, Judge, no, just leave me here at the jail in Ireton, and I'll go down to common pleas, and maybe you'll go to Star or something like that. Would probably be the worst that would happen there, which is a lot better than prison, but it's not like the counseling center. I mean, there's fences and barbed wire, and you don't get a choice. You're in treatment, and it's not like, well, I don't really want to do it today. Well, that's okay, you don't have to do it. No. It's like being in the military. You do it, or you're probably going to go to prison. So, here's the thing. If you want to do this, and I hope you do, and I hope you're successful, but if you try to bug out of it, you're going to go to prison. Do you understand that? What do you want to do? Do you want to do the monitor and do the treatment? Okay. And here's the other thing. Do we have any monitors available?
I'm not aware of any yet, Your Honor, but I've not checked today. I'll have to make a phone call and see.
Okay. But there's only a certain number of monitors out there, so you'll have to wait if we don't have one available till one becomes available and sit in jail. But, I mean, I don't think jail really cures people for their addiction problems, but sometimes it makes them think about, do I really want to go down this the way I'm going in life? I mean, how old are you? You're pretty young. So statistically, you could live average lifespan's pretty close for a female, 60 more years. But you're not going to live 60 more years if you keep using drugs the way you are. It's not going to happen. And it's going to be a pretty rotten whatever number of years you got left. So you got to get your game together, and if you want to get clean, this is a good opportunity to get clean. And you gotta forsake all those people that are gonna drag you down and try to get you to use again. That's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Yeah, I just had somebody who I'm really invested in, who, 50 years old, and said, well, I went and hung out with some friends and used. Well, you can't get, they're not your friends if they're going to use and try to get you to use. You got to get away from those people. Okay? All right, I'm ordering a GPS monitor placed on you. Once it's placed, you can go back to the counseling center for inpatient treatment, and you're still not out of the woods. They may still take you to the grand jury. They haven't committed. So here's the best thing you can do. I think, talk to your lawyer about it. I think he's going to agree with me. For you personally to get clean, and for your legal case. Sometimes they're not always the same thing. But for your legal case and for you personally, the best thing you can do is do the best you can possibly do in treatment. Get glowing reports. I mean, you're helping. You're doing not only what you're supposed to do, but you're doing extra, and you're helping other people get clean and encouraging them, and not like you have been dragging other people down and encouraging them to use. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so when are we going to come back for the next hearing? Probably a couple of weeks if you're available.
I am Judge, I'm here 22nd, 29th, and on the 25th.
Let's do the 25th, that's 2 weeks. Okay, our new case, $2,000 OR bond, and she has been paying $2,000 bond. So all her cases are set for August 25th.
Thank you. Court of Ohio versus Ricky L. Taylor, case number CRB 25492.
Sir, are you Ricky Taylor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Taylor, you got a criminal trespassing charge filed against you.
Yes, Your Honor.
It alleges on August the 10th, in Fayette Township, you recklessly entered or remained on the premises of a, looks like an apartment building. That's a 4th degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 30 days in jail, $250 fine. Maybe it was a parking lot. Anyway, it says that you were someplace you weren't allowed to be, and that's what you're charged with, trespassing. Do you understand this charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have bail, make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to this charge?
I plead guilty. I know I was supposed to be there, but I wrote it in there. It was complete mistake. I wasn't even go as far as I did. I was out from the beginning. I just kept kind of rolling with it. I said, well, I'm doing it. Okay.
Mr. Hill, do you have a report on this?
I do, Your Honor. And this occurred yesterday morning at 12:42 in the morning. Sergeant Perry Adkins, Deputy Nathan Cochran, and I, which is Corporal Mullins, from the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office and I were dispatched to Cooper's Crossing Apartments, located at 223 Township Road, 1186, Apartment 3 in South Point. Reference a complaint of juveniles drinking and causing a disturbance. I arrived and made contact with a group of subjects in front of that apartment. I made contact with several subjects standing in front of apartment 3. After speaking with them, I had them move along. While standing with these subjects, 2 males entered the parking lot on a skateboard and bicycle. I asked the subject standing there who those 2 subjects were, and one answered Ricky Taylor. I had Sergeant Atkins stop those subjects when he entered the parking lot. Deputy Cochran stopped to assist me. After dispensing the subjects, I drove further into the apartment complex where I spoke to Mr. Taylor and his companion, Zachary Cheney. I asked Mr. Taylor if he was aware that he had been trespassed from the apartment complex. Mr. Taylor acknowledged that he had received a letter from the management banning him from the apartment complex and that he knew that he was not supposed to be on the property. I took Mr. Taylor into custody and transported him to the Lawrence County Jail where he was lodged. I charged Mr. Taylor with criminal trespass.
Okay, Mr. Taylor, anything you want to say about this? Where, do you live nearby there? Or?
2 streets over.
Did you used to live at the apartments? Or?
Not really live there, I was staying there with my grandmother.
Okay. But they asked you not to come around anymore?
With my grandmother?
No, the apartment complex.
The apartment complex, they did, yes.
Okay. What's the state's recommendation? Do you have one on sentencing?
He's in his 2nd day in jail, it looks like.
Yeah.
So we'd be okay if he was released from jail today. We'd ask for a 10-day jail sentence with the remaining 8 days suspended, credit for 2. And if the court felt that a fine and community service was appropriate, we would be okay with that too.
Okay. So you're about to be 20, right? You're 19 now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have a job or anything? Okay. Are you able-bodied? Can you do anything?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how'd you like jail?
I don't really want to go back. This
Smart.
is the first time for being incarcerated, and I'm not gonna lie, I hate it. My nerves have been shot, and all I can think about is how upset my family's been at the decisions I've made.
Okay, so
I've just been filled with regret, Your Honor.
you're not going to go back to the apartment complex?
No, sir.
Okay, good.
I'll stay locked in my bedroom before I do that.
Well, you don't have to do that, but just don't go back to the apartment
I would
complex.
do that, and
Because I'm going to give you some community service. We've got grass to cut and litter to pick up and things like that, so you can help do that. All right, I'll impose a $100 fine, order you to pay the court costs, 10 days in jail. I'll give you credit for 2 days, suspend 8. I'm going to order you to do 5 days of community service here at the court. Come any day at 7:30 a.m. for community service. Mr. Cooper's in charge of it. You'll be on probation for 2 years, level 5 probation. I'll set a review hearing for you for February the 17th. So that gives you 6 months to get this all done, and you should be able to get it done in that time frame. If you don't, then you got to show up for a review hearing. We have those the very first thing. So here's how you can go to jail. I don't want you to go to jail because I've got more people to put in jail than the jail can hold. And actually, a lot of times they ship them out to other places you've never heard of. Morrow County, do you even know where Morrow County? I don't even know where Morrow County is. We send prisoners to Morrow County. So you don't want to be shipped off, do you? Okay, so just make sure you do this. Don't blow it off.
yes, sir.
So get your community service done. Your review hearing is February the 17th at 9 a.m. Get it done before then. You don't have to come to the hearing. If you don't have it done, you got to show up, explain why you couldn't get it done, and ask for more time. If you blow it off, you'll get a warrant for not showing up. So you're going to get out of jail today, and if you forget what you're supposed to do, we actually have, you heard of phones? You got a phone?
Yeah.
A smartphone?
I have mine back at the Lawrence County see all my stuff.
You got a smartphone?
Yeah, it's back to the work.
Okay, so you can get online.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I know you won't use it to call anybody, at your age, you don't call anybody. But you could call the clerk here and ask them when you gotta be back in court. They'll tell you. If you don't wanna do that, you can go online and pull up the website for the court, put your name in, and it's gonna show you when you gotta be back in court. There's no excuse for not doing what you're supposed to. So there's also, if you wanna know, because I'll get people, oh, I forgot what I was supposed to do, I lost my paper. That's not an excuse. You gotta find out. If you lose your paper, you gotta find out. It's on you to get it done, not, you know, it's not for us to come and knock on doors and say, no, Ricky, remember, you gotta do this or you're gonna be in trouble. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so your next hearing is February 17th. Just get it done and not worry about that day. Get it done fast.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all.
Your Honor, we have two recalls for the Pittsburgh Black Vehicle. We're not ready for those yet.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Ally Martin, case number CRA 25474, CRB 25475.
Mr. Smith's case, preliminary.
Kyle?
Okay.
Yeah, she's in treatment, we talked about going out, see how that was in dismissing something. She successfully completes it.
Set for preliminary today.
Your Honor, the alleged victim in this, Mr. Featheroff, was here the other day, and he didn't want to pursue the charges at all, but we felt that because of the circumstances that it deserved some intervention. So Ms. Martin apparently has started treatment, and we would like to see her follow through with that and have a satisfactory conclusion to that. And if there aren't any further problems with Mr. Featheroff and she does the treatment, we will be looking at dismissing the charges at a later date, but we want to make sure that she follows through and does a good job in treatment.
And Judge, she's on board with that. She just started Thursday, so clearly we need some time. Back before she's been there so short, but don't have a report yet. But if we could come back at however long the court thinks we should go out and...
How about toward the end of September, what's your schedule?
Let's see. Should be something. Actually, I've got two, I could do the 19th, which is a Friday. It's not quite the end of September, but it's, because the rest of that month I'm booked up with trials.
September 19th.
I could do that.
Be the next hearing, preliminary hearings and pre-trial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus John Runyon, case number CRA 25349.
Mr. Smith's case.
It is, Judge. It's a low-level felony case, and I understand that my client did go to Bethesda and was not happy with the recommendation of Bethesda being residential treatment.
This is an F5, I'll take it to the grand jury then.
I think that we're left with no other choice.
Yeah, the last time he took a screening, he was positive for a bunch of stuff. You wanna-
But it's not an option. It's okay. The judge, I explained to him, he doesn't control how this works, but understand that, he thought he could do outpatient. He is willing to do residential treatment, is that correct? Well,
Yeah.
he's saying he's on Suboxone through West Virginia. Where are you treating West Virginia?
You work at Huntington Hospital.
Yeah, HHG.
HMG.
I think,
Work with him on
since it's not methadone, I think they can work with him on,
Right.
yeah, they'll work with you on that.
But I still gotta go in-house, lose my job, my
Well, that's-
family,
that-
everything.
or
I just
you-
don't understand.
Well, it's either that or go to the grand jury. I can't, those are your two options. You can fire me and hire your own lawyer. You can't pick a court-appointed lawyer, but you're certainly welcome to do that. Judge,
That's
I've
what
been
I'd
asked
like to
to be relieved as his attorney.
All right, I'll grant that, and
Thank
it's
you, Judge.
just nolly to the grand jury then?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, case will be nolly to the grand jury.
It's okay. It's going on the felony, so what's your bill?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
It's not personal. It's okay.
Thank you.
You're good, John.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Misty Blackburn, case number CRA 24-812.
Your Honor, Ms. Blackburn reached out to us and was admitted into the hospital last night. She was having chest pains, and they're keeping her for observation, so if we could come back in a week.
Has she been compliant up till now?
She has.
Okay.
I'm here the 18th if that day works, or if the court wants to go out longer.
That can work, I think it's not.
I mean, I'd leave it to the court's discretion. I
Okay.
would assume we'll either know she's gonna be in there longer, or she'll be out, one or the other.
All right, at defendant's request, case is continued to August 18th. We'll come there here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So,
Do you have contact with her then?
thank you.
State of Ohio versus Lester Holland, case number CRA 24-636. Lester Holland.
Lester. Apologies, Your Honor, he is a little bit difficult to hear.
Is that the counseling center?
Correct, Your Honor. Can I approach?
Yes.
What that doesn't say is they had some positive screens a while back, so clinical made a recommendation for him to enter into 3-5, which is where he's currently been housed.
Yeah, we had that a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Okay, good screens, good report.
Your Honor, I would just leave it to the court's discretion how long you want to do to come back to monitor treatment.
Well, let's say more than a month now.
Okay, so puts it late September. The 16th I have a trial, but I'm available, or the 15th rather, I have something. I'm available all the other days in late September, so if there's a day that works for the court,
That's the 26th.
that'll work.
Next change for Mr. Holland is September 26th for preliminary hearing, 10 o'clock.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
State of Ohio versus Holly M. Lewis, case number PRC 25956, A, B, and C.
May I approach?
Yes.
We have a report from OVP, their latest screens on the car for me back in.
All right. Okay. Good report and good screen.
So again, Your Honor, just looking at time frame, if you're thinking the same sort of time frame, we just set, which I don't know what day we set the last one, was it 26th? I did, okay, I was looking at that day, but I didn't actually move it on my calendar.
September 26th, we'll set this also.
9:26?
Yep, 9/26, 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Justin Belcher, case number CRA 25-333, CRC 25-365.
It's Mr. Stiers' case. It's a good report. There is a TRC case here, so.
He's pled on that, Your Honor. That's why we're on the sentencing docket.
Yes, that was June 16th. That was physical control.
Yeah, it was reduced to physical control and he entered that plea.
Okay. Does the state take any position on how we proceed there?
Well, if he's advancing in treatment, and we want him to do, we're okay with continuing this to a later date, and he's got a felony charge pending, and so that's still in the balance as far as whether we would end up dismissing it or not, but he's on the right track, it looks like.
Okay. When we use that 26th day?
That seems reasonable, Your Honor, so September 26th, 10 o'clock.
September 26th for sentencing and for memory.
Good work, man. Thank you. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Gabe L. Swan, case number CRA 25-381.
Mr. Stiers' case, for memory.
Yeah, one second. Your Honor, based on some negotiations and discussions, we're going to ask to continue this matter. 2 weeks, give you time to do what you need to do. We'll go further.
Might go further.
Okay. We'll go into September. I think you were wanting to do that in general today anyway. So if we go into September with this, I'm available the 8th.
That's fine. September the 8th will be the
So
next
write that
hearing.
down.
Home hearing.
And I want to talk to you, so don't leave.
State of Ohio
Thank you.
versus J.
There
Sean
you go.
Claiborne, if I can hold him, that's number CRB 25-495.
Yeah, man.
Oh, no, here's an entry too. You gotta sign an entry.
I'll come back in and do it. We can talk to him.
Sir, are you Jason Claiborne? Mr. Claiborne is alleged, well, before I tell you the charge, let me tell you the rights. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state of Ohio prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand those things? Yes? The charge is violation of a protection order. The state's alleging that on August the 9th in Union Township, you violated the terms of a protection order or consent agreement. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge? Yes? How do you wish to plead? Not guilty? Do you want a lawyer appointed to represent you? Do you have a job? Okay. I have to determine how much money you make a year. Do you know what you make a week, a month, or a gross per year? That's what I have to determine. 1,000 a week? So roughly 50,000 a year? Do you have dependents, or do you have people that are dependent on your income for support? Okay, well, actually, you're making too much for me to appoint a lawyer for you. I'll have to get your own lawyer at that level for a single person. I've got a Chesapeake address for you, is that right? You live in Chesapeake? Okay. Apartment? Not there. Township Road 1467. What's your current address? 1399. Township Road 293, Chesapeake. What's the state's position on bond for Mr. Claiborne?
Well, there's a protection order in place already. Obviously, that's what he's accused of violating. We're not opposed to an OR bond. Your Honor, one thing I need to do is the date. I read the affidavit, and the date should actually be August the 5th, and not August the 9th. August the 9th is when he spoke with law enforcement.
Okay, so you want to change the charge and the affidavit?
No, actually, the affidavit's correct. It says that he did it on August the 5th, but the charge needs to say August the 5th.
All right, I'll amend it to say that, August 5th. Okay, do you understand there's a protection order? You know what that is? Some court has ordered you to stay away from this lady by the name of, it's off here, Kara Parsons. Okay, do you understand that?
Yeah, probably.
Well, here's what I need you to do. Tell me at least, I'm going to stay away from her. I'm not going to go around her. I'm not going to contact her. I'm not going to text her. Okay, you'll do that? Tell me you'll do that, I'm going to let you out on your signature. So, and you don't live with her or anything like that. So you can stay away. Okay, I'm gonna let you sign a $2,000 signature bond. So what that means is as long as you come to court, you don't have to post $2,000. If you don't show up, then you'll be ordered to pay $2,000, then you get a warrant for not showing up. So just come to court when you're ordered to. I'm going to set the next hearing in September. It's going to be usually a Monday or a Friday. Does it make a difference on your work schedule as to which day of the week you come back? What about time to get a lawyer? How much time do you think you need to get a lawyer? Okay, well, let's make it about a month then. So that's going to be the 12th of September. Will be your next hearing. It'll be a pretrial, it's called. That'll be the next hearing. It's at 10 o'clock, September the 12th. I'm going to put down to hire a lawyer. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you with a protection order. Now, yeah, you've already been, since you've been to jail, you've been fingerprinted, so I don't have to order you to do that. Diane? I'll do a temporary protection order from this court too for you, just to stay away from this, was it Parsons, is that her name? Yeah, Parsons. Which means no social media either. Don't get on and post things about her. Just let everything die down. It's the best thing for you to do legally too. Be back here on the 12th of September at 10 o'clock. Any questions, sir? You'll be out, you'll get out once you get back to the jail. You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Mark Wells, case number TRC 20-2014 ABC, CRA 2753, CRD 17-73.
All right, Mr. Wells is here. You had you missed a review hearing before on these cases, it looks like. Did you get arrested or you just?
No, I come here.
Okay. All right, and it looks like on these, you've done your community service, you just owe fines, you didn't make the payment today. So I'll withdraw the warrant, and we'll give you a new hearing date to come back. We'll make it September the 19th.
Thank you.
9 o'clock, September the 19th.
State of Ohio versus Kerry Tucker, case number CRB 25370. Your Honor, this is set for trial at noon, and I'm not sure if people are here or not.
Yeah, or we call it. This is one you said was resolved, though, we call it?
It is. The other individual, they're not connected to each other, but they're connected by the same dog.
Okay.
It's a neighborhood dog, and that's Timothy Porter. I don't know if he's here, that can be called.
State of Ohio versus Timothy Porter.
Either one's here, so they're not set for noon, so we'll recall them later.
Your Honor, State of Ohio versus Rachel Helmer. Nobody's told me if this case is ready to be recalled or not.
Yeah, she's here, Your Honor.
Okay. Rachel Helmer is 24-320, it's Mr. Stiers' case. Okay, she's at hometown. Yes. Okay, and is it okay on the other stuff?
Yes.
Her screens are good?
Yeah, we weren't able to get her report printed out today, but she's doing really well. She's making progress towards all of her goals. She did want to know if it would be possible to do her community service at the Ironton Food Pantry on Monday and Wednesdays.
I don't see why not. Mr.
I think you have to technically arrange that with Mr. Cooper, but
Yeah.
that should be fine.
I would think you should be in agreement with that. Run it by him today before you leave and come back in that 26th date.
That works, Your Honor.
September 26th will be your next hearing, pre-trial on review.
Dismiss your case.
Okay, good job. Keep it up. Mr. Cooper.
This guy right here, too.
She wants to work at the
Ironton Food
Ironton
Pantry,
Food Bank.
be
Free
Monday.
services at a wild.
That's one that I've reviewed.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Your Honor, we have 3 cases in the check for noon, those people aren't here yet, so we could proceed.
Kenny Ingalls.
Kenny Ingalls, yes.
Let's do that now.
State of Ohio versus Kenny M. Ingalls, case number CRA 25487 A and B, PRC 245136 A and B.
And I'd ask for him to join me at defense table, Your Honor. We're gonna have you come down here, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Ingalls, you can sit with your lawyer.
Yeah, I'm all right, that's,
All right, this is set for a preliminary hearing today on 25487. There's a bunch of other cases that are on the docket they do, but I don't think they require any evidence. So 25487 A and B is the only one that we're going to take up as evidence on a preliminary hearing.
So, Your Honor, we expected the victim on the burglary charge to be here today, and he's not, so.
Yeah, he had a doctor's appointment and a heart doctor, but he couldn't get changed. He tried to get it changed.
Well,
Yeah.
doctor's appointments don't
Yeah.
front up a subpoena if you got something to do.
I think as a fallback position, I understand that Mr. Ingalls was previously at Bethesda, right? And then he left.
He graduated successfully. He was supposed to be an outpatient. He's been non-compliant the last couple of years.
I'd like to speak on that.
I'd like to caution you not to, because you've got a drug-related charge pending. If you say something here, it could be used against you. Now, it's your right to speak anyway, but I have to caution you that it can be used against you. Can you give me just a second to talk? And then maybe...
He's already said quite a bit on the record before. If you
Well-
go back and look at the arraignment, he said quite a bit then, after he was cautioned.
Well, I still have to do my job, I guess, to the degree I can. I was going to suggest, Your Honor, that if the state would agree to an OR bond, we would waive preliminary hearing on these matters, even if it were an OR bond to treatment. He expressed to me that he's willing to go to treatment, and that would give him a bond on the F1 and the F5, and they could be taken to the grand jury if the court, if that's what the state wished to do.
Well, given the fact that we don't have our witness today, I'm not ready to take the case to the grand jury, but I would agree with the GPS to him being released back to treatment if they will allow him, and we would continue these matters.
Who won't put one on you? Well, that's not up to them. I mean, he's saying he doesn't believe that the adult probation will put a GPS monitor on him, but the reason he said doesn't really make sense to me, so I think it's probably more an issue of whether there's one available or not. But what's the waiting list at this point on a GPS? I know we put at least one person on the waiting list ahead of him today already.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just-
heard back.
Mr. Major's waiting on a phone call back.
Your Honor, when we first got him, we couldn't get a GPS then. He had cut one off previously.
Okay.
They were not willing to put one on him.
That makes sense then. Okay, that's not what he said, so I didn't understand what he said. So they're not gonna put a GPS on him. So, again, we would be willing to waive time in exchange for an OR bond to treatment. And, you know, frankly, if he disappears, you can acknowledge the grand jury.
Would you take him? He's got an F1.
I'm not gonna mess up, Your Honor. I didn't mess up.
All
I'll
right,
give you more.
that worked for We're not gonna say you messed up. Please don't make statements.
Kenny did really well when he was in the program. We would accept him back. It will be a little stricter this time.
I didn't hear the last thing.
It'll be a little stricter this time.
Okay.
So do you
He needs
understand that?
to-
So we're willing to make that offer, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll release him on a $25,000 signature bond to Bethesda for inpatient treatment with no excuses, no mess-ups. And understand, any more mess-ups, it's gonna be out of my hands. You're gonna go down to common pleas, where you can go to prison.
I understand.
I don't care how many young girls come by and say, Kenny, let's do some drugs together. You gotta say no.
I know, Your Honor. I can't help myself with it.
Well, you're gonna have to help yourself, but here's what you need to think. Do I want to do that or I want to go to prison? I don't think I want to go to prison, so I'm not gonna do that.
I just had the most fantastic weekend of my life and it turned out all bad.
Yeah, well, you need to be a little more long-term rather than think in the moment. What I want to do right now versus what I want to happen in my life next week, the week after that, the month after that, the year after that.
Marriage and happiness is what I got on my mind.
No, you need to have recovery on your mind, getting clean and sober.
Yeah, that,
Not
I've done a good job.
getting married or chasing some girl. You need to think about getting clean.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll get him today.
I'm here the 8th, Your Honor. That's next month, I'm sorry. I'm here the 18th if the state would like to come back then.
The state would love to come back down.
Okay, so we're gonna come back in a week. See where you are.
And do you have a bed available today?
I'll come get him today.
Okay, so you'll get picked up today. You'll be back here on the 18th.
I ain't had my medicine in a week. so-
Well, they'll work with you on that, I'm sure. He's worried about some medication, so
Take care.
thank you.
Your Honor, if I may, I've not heard anything back, but the last list I had this full of 10, and I don't believe anybody's came off since then, so I don't think we have any available.
They won't put one on him anyway.
Well, I know, but I just wanted to.
All right, thank you.
So you're getting out and Alexis is staying in.
Yeah.
But I appreciate what you're doing, everything. State of Ohio versus Austin L. Davis, here at the court, case number TRC 25-1966, A, B, and C. Set the record straight.
And sir, you're Austin Davis.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Davis, states, and you've heard me give the right several times, right?
Yeah.
You've been here all day. So
Yeah.
you want me to go over it again with you?
No, there's no need for all that.
States alleging that on August the 9th at 7:30 p.m. in Perry Township, you were driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs, and that you refused to take tests. So this would be your first conviction if you got convicted. And on a first offense, the most you can get is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, and a 3-year license suspension. There is a minimum. So the least you can get, if you're found guilty, is 3 days in a treatment program, $375 fine, and a 6-month license suspension. You're also charged with driving without a license. That's what's called an unclassified misdemeanor. The good news is that there's no jail time on that. You face a maximum of 500 hours community service and a $1,000 fine. And then the last charge is a turn signal violation. That's a minor misdemeanor, no jail time, maximum penalty is $150 fine. So you've got 3 charges. Do you understand the 3 charges?
I do.
How do you wish to plead to these charges?
Okay, so I was driving without a license, but I wasn't under the influence of any type of alcohol or drugs. I did try to provide them with a sample.
Well, let's just put it not guilty because today's not a trial. As you understand, whatever you say here today is on the record. So That guy right there can use it against you if you say something that he likes, that he wants to use in the case.
Okay.
So it's not gonna help you to say a bunch of stuff, rather than not guilty.
Okay.
So I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea for you. Do you wanna be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
I don't think I qualify for that. I think I make too much money for that.
All right.
So I'll have to go get my own lawyer.
I'm gonna put down you will hire a lawyer.
Okay.
So I'm setting most of the cases in September. Do you think you can get a lawyer by then?
Probably.
So apparently you are working. What's better for your work schedule, Mondays or Fridays for your next hearing?
Either one really.
Okay. Let's do the 12th. So it's that is a month out. So September 12th will be your next hearing. There'll be a pretrial at 10 o'clock. And I'm going to let you sign a signature bond of $1,500. You just sign a piece of paper that says you promise to be here, or if you don't show up, you got to pay $1,500. And I've got to order you to go get fingerprinted too. So you need to go to the jail. Mr. Cooper there is going to get you a piece of paper and take to the jail. Turn into them for fingerprinting. Don't worry, you don't have to stay, but you will have to get fingerprinted.
Okay.
Do that before your next hearing.
Thank you.
Okay. September 12th, 10 o'clock, is your next hearing.
State of Ohio versus Trenton Singer Turner, case number TRC 25651A and B. I see Mr. Finley is here, but I'm not sure if he's.
That's 7 noon, my client isn't quite here yet. I told him we were 15 minutes early.
Okay.
That's okay.
All right, set for first hearing today.
Yes, sir.
All right, I think we've done, unless there were 2 other cases at noon, are any of those people here?
I haven't seen any on the wall.
Okay. All right, we'll take a recess until we get some of our noon people here. Court's in recess.
We got, he's going to treat, hopefully doesn't leave treatment.